Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and of course your comments. Please comment below if you have any syncs today or resonate with something I'm telling you. If you don't resonate, that's okay too. Maybe we'll resonate the next time we meet. I'm going to do a read for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames today. I just want to do a quick review of the energies first. Today is good. It's been a lot of up and down, some quick emotions coming out and then leveling out again. I was looking at I went up to look at a property yesterday, and there was some construction blocking the street, so I had to turn left on Union Meeting, which was funny, and then past St. Sophia, and then the street was surrounded by Park View, which is actually the street I live on now. So it was like sending me back home again. Some energies that have been coming up for clearing is feeling left out. So I encourage you to go back to your childhood when you felt left out, because I'm sure there were many occasions where that occurred, and clear some of that stuff. To allow, don't forget to allow and disconnect. And also a big thing that came up was, Thanksgiving is coming up. And what a huge opportunity to bring up wounds to clear, okay? It's like Wound Fest, Thanksgiving, right? So use it to practice your mastery of expressing your feelings, as well as not reacting to the answer to you expressing your feelings, okay? That's what you're learning to master, to allow everyone's point of view, but make sure you express yourself the way you are, express your truth, whether someone likes it or not, but do it in a nice way, and don't react if they don't agree. It's all good, but allow that for those wounds to come up. Thanksgiving's a time where family gets together and all the childhood crap comes up. So look at it as an opportunity instead of saying, I don't want to do this, but okay, it's an opportunity to talk and allow things to come up, not only for you, but to help your family bring things up to heal. And then I wanted to bring up also some of my friends who I think are of great help, whether it's their talents or their activations, things like that. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Shawnee from, she used to be Souls on Mission, but she's got a website now. She's not on YouTube, but she's got a website called Re-Alignment, and she has some amazing activations, which are very affordable, so if you'd like to try that. Yeah, I love her activations. I connect really quickly as soon as I'm listening to her. She does light language, and she's been doing a lot of combination light languages with Anna. So check that out, as well as my friend Gina is connecting with Lynn and Jim in Intervention right now, and they're both amazing. Actually, all of them, Jim, Lynn, and Gina. But Gina's new to them, and I want to tell you that she's just an amazing person and so gifted. So if you want to check her out too, she's great at fighting spirits. There are a bunch of warriors over there. What else came up? Oh, this came up this morning. To remind you that battles don't resolve as wins, but as wounds. So when you get into an argument, whether it's an argument or a fight or a competition, the win is the outcome. We're not supposed to be looking at outcomes. And the battle is the journey. So it's not about winning the battle. It's about the actual battle, the process. So again, battles do not resolve as wins, but as wounds. So if you want to go into fights, you're going to end up with another wound. That's what comes out of it. Even if you win, you won through a wounding process. Okay, so it's not about a fight or a battle or a competition. It's just allowing everyone to have their own inspiration, and it's all good. Also, it's self-forgiveness is big today, especially for the Divine Masculine. So important for them to forgive themselves, especially if guilt's coming up now. Thanks, T. If guilt's coming up for what they've done to their karmic or their Divine Feminine, all right, coming into union, the Divine Masculine is always going to have some guilt about what he's done and the pain he's caused, or appearing as such anyway. But they're going to blame themselves and then feel that they're not worthy. So it's all about forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and forgiving others. Again, it's Thanksgiving. Forgive family, not for them, but for you. Okay? So the Ho'oponopono, I always forget how to say it, but you know, that is something would be helpful for all of us to say every day. The prayer, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Okay? Say that to anyone who needs forgiveness, to yourself, to God, to your twin. Free yourself. Okay, it's all about the forgiveness. Trust, feel, and allow are some big words for us to live by, okay? Trust, feel, allow. Can't run away from yourself. Your twin can't run away from themselves either, okay? Because you're running away from each other, you're running away from yourself. And patience is another block that came up. Patience, patience, patience. 12/21, the date's been coming up a lot, and the time, 12/21. If that means anything, it may be a significant date to someone. You know, little, other than the obvious reasons, 12/21. Okay, and then today is November 20th, 2017. So the 20th is the Judgment card. Okay, so it's all about being called to action and non-judgment. You know, we're all judgmental by nature. We're human, and even a compliment is a judgment. So it's not about not being out of judgment. You'll never be out of judgment, but to be less judgmental and to be aware of your own process. Because when you judge others, it's really about your own wounding. So seeing that in yourself. Also today adds up to 41, 5, and 2 again is or 20, Judgment is a 2. Okay, so that's about the feminine energy and seeing both sides of a situation. 41/5 is the Ace of Cups. So it's about spirituality and a spiritual or love new beginning. Okay, and the Ace of Cups is very beautiful energy. Okay, and then let's see, the male headings I got for today. 232, Michael is a reminder to call in Archangel Michael as needed, organic Archangel Michael. 601, Puritan's Pride. Again, pride. Don't let pride be an obstacle to union. 757, Twin Flame Energy. Make sure your energy's up, that you're eating and drinking and being healthy, and not draining your twin's energy by obsessing or overthinking or reaching out too much. Okay, they need to go through their own process and come up with their own conclusions. Okay, so energy. 817, the number 700 came up, if that's significant to anyone. 828, view in a web. Okay, so you're going to see grids and it's like, I felt like it was a call to do more meditation and understand the connection, the worldwide connection to your twin flame friends. All the connections that you have. 833, ultrasonic cavitation. So again, bringing up stuff, okay, through waves. 842 is Holister. You know, make sure you go to holistic doctors. And there were 2 sets of eyes looking in one direction around this too. So it's, all eyes are on you. 9 o'clock, musician's friend. There may be a musician's friend who's important. And that reminds me of my friend Gina again, who's working with intervention. Okay, 9:30, Garden 30. And I couldn't remember the name of her website. Anna, who works with Shawnee, it's Garden something, I couldn't remember. But that, I was reminded of that when this Garden 30 came up. But 30 may be significant to someone as well. It's 9:30 and then Garden 30. 10:04, 10:04, Black Friday checklist. So maybe there's a, you know, you can make yourself a shadow list of things you want to clear. 10:20, the date 11/22 came up on this. So that may be significant for someone. That is, today's the 20th, so that's Wednesday. 11/28, good morning. So 11/28 may actually be a significant date as well. 11:44, educators. You are all educators. We are all teaching and learning from each other. So important. 11:56, relax. Relax. 12:08, jackpot with a happy face. 12:29, farm direct. A reminder to eat healthy organic food. 108, extra to 0. I always see 2 zeros as going back to 0. Okay, so balance yourself, ground yourself every day, drink lots of water, meditate. Okay, exercise and rest. Get plenty of rest. 115, extra 55. Okay, so extra 5s. So 5s are all about change. That's the journey, the conflict. But 2 5s equal a new beginning. 122, see more. Okay, so it's your intuition, meditate more, connect more. 123, so blocked. So that's calling you to clear, 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 clear. Use Thanksgiving to clear. 144, attachment, clear attachments. Don't forget to cut cords. I actually found a few pieces that I need to get rid of that were from old relationships. 232, one weekend only. 233, inside. Go inside. Meditate. 236, the number 2460 came up, 2460, and that happens to be the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Swords. So that's about creative expression and peace, which I thought was a nice combination. But if that number means anything to anyone, let me know, 2460. And then angel companions, you know, reach out to your guides and angels, okay? And source, God, prime creator, however you want to call it, you know, head spirit in charge. 246, the earlier the better to reach out. 3 o'clock, express yourself, express your feelings, don't hold things back. Be your authentic self. Express your truth. 303 is find comfort and joy. It's like smart home, comfort and joy. That's what you're to find. Those are your orders. Okay. So I have this divine masculine read for today, and I'm going to show you the cards, but I want to read through what I processed through it first because I wanted to go into depth. I do this for myself. It's kind of like a, not just a channeled reading, but a kind of like an in-depth session where you really try to pull things up and get extra meanings from the cards, and I do this for myself. So I wanted to read to you what I got from that, and then I'll go through the actual cards. And I'm sure some more stuff will come up when I do that, okay? So the major arcana that came up from this read are the Justice card, Hermit, Temperance, Empress, and Hierophant. And this read was put on the table at 2:12 today. for the divine masculine. There were 2 pentacles, 1 cup, 2 swords, and 1 wand. And the players involved here are Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Pisces as the major arcana. And then also Earth, the Queen of Pentacles came up, so Earth signs, that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Queen, so it's females. And then water queens as well, so the Queen of Cups, which would be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. Okay. So, death of legal issues or justice in death. Divine masculine is awake, strong, and has had an ending with a lover. And it involves overindulgence of work, secrets, hiding, money, third parties, gossip, or drinking, etc. And all of this brought to light by a Virgo or a professional, a doctor or lawyer probably, or brought to light by the divine masculine spending time alone. The magician couldn't focus at work due to third-party interference about a potential payoff and or new start in life. The love life is being affected by children. Let friends help. He's thinking about a lover and getting past the pain of it. He had a talk as the King of Cups in a loving way to end painful thoughts. He's been showing more compassion and listening to music. In the past, now this could be several different situations. We're talking to a lot of different people here. It's either a superficial female related to family or family money who lies to get what she wants. She could be superficial or just ungrounded. Or recently he's been spending time alone trying to understand his legal situation, or another Virgo, or a lawyer or a doctor is shedding light on a legal situation and or injustice after transformation and or death. There's a legal separation and rejection after juggling 2 parties. The separation is from an earth sign female with male Scorpio tendencies and with an edge or bite, so verbally kind of nasty or harsh. She is superficial and or greedy and manipulative and very clear but hurtful with her communication. The challenge for the divine masculine is a water sign female who's been traumatized by her awakening, was tossed out for being psychic, or had a sudden event with her home but caught it early because of her psychic abilities. She's getting over the pain and struggle of standing in her power with solitude and friends with light. Her abilities kind of freak him out a bit, and he's not sure if he can live up to her expectations. Now he juggles his passions. He's up at night and with emotional kids or messages of love that confuse him emotionally. He's trying to rise above. However, he is in need of attention as his passionate self, who keeps tuckering out due to sneakiness and affection for a third party. Soon he finds that he is impatient with angel guidance and being chained to a marriage of no emotional satisfaction and deception. He is too emotional in his deliberation and no longer aroused by impatience. Interesting. Around him is an older woman or spouse who sends inspirational messages of heartbreak, of a great spiritual love and connection. And he is to forgive his parents and release his ex. He hopes to release a burdened marriage of deception and or God to help him work toward releasing superficial things. He needs to work on mostly his environment clearing as well as intuition and forgiveness, especially of self. He's impatient in his happy home and sexually frustrated. He wants reunion with a third party who offered him love or sends love messages. He needs to get out of his mind and forgive the injustices done by X and or Earth sign or Libra after final judgment. The woman that's all about money and things and her self-image, after final decision, there'll be no more lively discussions about getting more money. Also, children not expressing their true feelings in court, which obviously isn't going to apply to everybody. Take what resonates and leave the rest, please. may be extra worried about his youngest child and or new love. He thinks that practical offer without feelings is justice or balanced, when actually expression of feelings, like a child's love, is what brings true balance and non-judgment, along with forgiveness. Okay, so now I'm going to actually go through it and see what else comes up. So the underlying energy is the Justice card. Okay, so it's all about balance and legal things. Fairness. Okay, and the Death card is underneath that. So there's some kind of finality. You know, it's death, so there's either a death and then the processing of the paperwork of that death, or there's definitely divorce coming up here too, because there's separation next to it. The clarifying cards here are the Hangman, the Strength card, and the Lovers reversed. Okay. So this is a person awake, being strong about a breakup. Okay, in court. There's justice here. So it's just either an unfair situation or an actual legal proceeding. Now this could be a awake person, but the Hangman upright is awake, but it also can represent someone with a big head. Okay? When you're dealing in court, pride might be an issue. Again, pride came up in the male headings today. And we have the Strength card, and Leo is all about pride. So there may be some pride issues that have come up in court, or just in the unfairness of a situation, of a breakup situation. Right next to it, the underlying energy from the mini deck, the Rider-Waite mini deck, is the Three of Cups reversed, and then below it, right below it, is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles up here. Okay. So, and the Magician is actually under that. So it's like the Divine Masculine was being the Magician upright and trying to work and get ahead and trying to get to a new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a fresh new life, really. It's complete contentment in the traditional Rider-Waite. And whether it's upright or reverse, you know, it's all about positivity and manifesting. And we have the Three of Cups here. And then we have Justice, and then the Three of Swords as the foundation card on the other side. So there's definitely separation in relation to a third-party situation and divorce. There's, on the foundation card, I'm going to show you that now. I still have underlying energies to go through, but this is the foundation card. It's the Three of Swords with the I'm going to show you the Three of Swords card. Here's the Three of Swords in this deck. Okay. And that's clarified by the Page of Cups reversed and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So this is about separation. You know, someone may be putting on a show in court too, but feeling rejected in this separation. This Three of Cups can also be, you know, some bad gossip going on, preventing a new start. It could be just a third-party interference, distracting him from focusing on his work, which he really needs to get done in order to get to this new start. But there's definitely some legal proceedings. Definitely a divorce or divorce proceedings going on here for some. The other underlying energies are that children are affecting their love life. Okay, so for those Divine Masculines who have kids, it's affecting their love life. And let your friends help you is underneath that. Okay, so let your friends help. The other underlying energies are the Nine of Swords reversed, which is about letting go of pain and suffering. Okay, and the Lovers is underneath that, so it's letting go of the breakup of a love relationship. And then the other underlying from the Tarot Sexual Magic is the King of Cups. Okay, so showing compassion and love. And there's a conversation below that So maybe having a talk with this person with love and compassion. Okay? In the numerology deck, the underlying energy is music. Music is so important. It helps bring up a lot of wounding, but it's also very comforting and brings you into a higher energy level and frequency. Music is 32. 32 is a 5, and 5 is that of change. 32 is the 2, is the feminine energy on the inside, working through joy and happiness and coming together on the outside, expressing yourself the way you want to. That's music. Okay. It's the sacral chakra, and the Merkaba is the solar plexus. So it's that using that third energy from the sacral, bringing it up towards the heart, and expressing it through the solar plexus as your confidence. Okay. So music is very helpful for your confidence. Excuse me. Compassion is underneath that. Okay, so music can help you with feeling your compassion energy as well. So those are all the underlying energies. Compassion, if you're interested, is 99. And that's interesting because 999 came up for me yesterday. And 9s are all about universal selflessness and compassion. Okay, so in the recent past, the Divine Masculine, he's got the Hermit. So this can be him spending time alone to see the light. It can also represent a professional person like a doctor or a lawyer. Okay, and he's hovering over the Justice card, you know, so he could be shedding light on this case. Okay, could be a lawyer involved. But this person also can be a Virgo, because that's the card of the Virgo. The clarification cards are the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reversed, and then the Six of Pentacles. All right, so there's a lot of pentacles involved here. All right, so money in court, and it's family money. So it's like it's either that this Hermit is this Virgo, this female who's reversed, so not grounded or greedy, and it's definitely attached to family and family money. But there's lies involved here, and then we have the Six of Pentacles, so it's about the equal distribution of what people give in a relationship, but it also can be paying out in court, and lies involved with family money, and someone who's greedy or ungrounded. And this either can be the Virgo, or the Virgo can be shedding light on all this situation as the legal person or a doctor or just another Virgo person, or someone spending time alone, or an older wise person. Okay, but this is in the recent past. So this has to do with the court proceedings and the death, whether it's an actual death or death of a relationship. So again, the foundation was that Three of Swords with the rejection and the juggling or putting on a show. It also could be a child involved. So the Page of Cups, as a reminder, Page of Cups with the Two of Pentacles could be, a child who's emotional, putting on a show to get someone's attention, okay, because they're heartbroken. Or it could just be them, being whiny because they're upset. But also this represents rejection, or a message rejected, a message of love not accepted because of juggling more than one thing. It could be two people, but it could be, career and relationship as well. So then we go into the main issue. So the main issue in this read for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is an earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And I have two sets of cards clarifying. So the first out were the Death card and the King of Cups reversed. Okay, so this could be, this is where I was getting the Scorpio and manipulative male energies from. Okay, but it also could be a Queen of Pentacles, this Earth sign person who just lost a King of Cups. Okay, to death. A couple different situations with that. But we also got, as far as the Queen of Pentacles, as someone very sharp. Okay, she's clear in her decisions, but very sharp. You know, it's not negative, it's just kind of, you know, straight and to the point, very truthful, but not, you know, no niceties involved there. She's just expressing her truth. The challenge for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Cups. Okay, she's very intuitive and kind and nurturing. But she's experienced the Tower with the High Priestess here. So there could be some you know, secret that's traumatizing her, or a sudden illumination, sudden psychic illumination. Also could be some kind of, you know, something happened with the house fire. It's funny because I was just talking to a friend who had a little bit of a scare with a house fire last night. Okay, but with psychic abilities, you might be able to tune into it quicker to make sure the situation works out okay. Yeah, there's a lot of psychic intuitive energy because we have the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Okay, they both have to do with those kind of things. And then the Tower moment. So it's possible the Divine Masculine had a sudden psychic illumination about this Queen of Cups. The other cards clarifying her are, again, we have the Hermit over here, and then the Nine of Pentacles upright, and then the Nine of Swords reversed. So she's coming out of pain and suffering. She's coming into her power through solitude and seeing the light, or getting friends with the light help her. But she's feeling her strength again. She is independent and has everything that she needs around her. Again, it can be a Virgo or a water sign or someone with both of those qualities. There's earth sign qualities here too. Okay, so the cups, the Queen of Cups would be, you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it could be someone who's an earth sign too. It could be a Virgo, could be Taurus and Capricorn as well. Okay, so that's the challenge for the Divine Masculine. So maybe, you know, the psychic abilities are a challenge for him because maybe it scares him a little bit. Maybe he doesn't understand it. His current energy in the now moment, in his head and heart, is still juggling. Okay, so it could be juggling two people, but it could be juggling work and other things in his life too. It doesn't have to be about two people. He could be on his own right now, right? Juggling all the stuff that he has to do, kids, work, you know, other things that he's committed to. It's also about putting on a show, though. In the golden deck, I have the Eight of Cups reversed, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Swords reversed. So kind of clarifying this situation. So it's all about, you know, he's juggling, he might be dropping the ball a little bit if he's up nights not getting enough rest. getting love messages and being confused emotionally. So he's not healing. He's getting too many messages because he's confused about it and not getting enough rest. So that comes up with the what I brought up about energy. Don't drain your twin's energy, by sending too much stuff their way. Deal with your own thing. Be loving. Don't be angry, but focus on yourself and your own healing so that they can focus on their own self and healing. It's clarified by the Two of Pentacles, by Six of Wands, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the Seven of Swords reversed. Alright, so there's a lot of fire energy right there in how he's appearing. So it looks like he's juggling because he wants attention. He's in need of attention. He wants to be in his power, but every time he tries to take off and get on the move, or even make some kind of passionate gesture, he either gets too tired to follow it through, or he can't perform, or he just kind of gets scared at the last minute. And he's tired of sneaking around. He's just tired of being sneaky, but wants attention. It's the King of Wands. The King of Wands comes up again too. So he's feeling that very passionate energy. He's master of his passions, and has some inspiration going there. In the near future is the Temperance card. Okay. So his near future is one step at a time, following his guidance, being balanced, right? If it's upright, let's see what the energy is like. We have the Devil, the Hierophant, the Nine of Cups reversed, and then the Moon reversed. Okay. This is his near future. So the Temperance card can be Sagittarius, but it's about being patient. And it seems like he's impatient here. He's got the Devil, okay, so it can be Capricorn. And we got the Hierophant too, which can be Taurus. So it can be a Capricorn and Taurus involved with needing to be patient. And it's marriage and being chained in that relationship. But it's the Nine of Cups, so there's no emotional satisfaction here. And then we have the Moon reversed, and there's deception. It could also just represent the new moon, but that he's dissatisfied. There's no emotional satisfaction in this relationship that he is chained to. So he's feeling impatient, not patient. The way he sees himself is the Ace of Wands. And it's clarified by the Eight of Cups reversed, Judgment reversed, and then the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So that's the second time the Eight of Cups reversed came up, which is really confused emotions, not healing, not walking away. Maybe there's been a divorce or a separation, but the Divine Masculine is still struggling with the emotions of this. In deliberation with Judgment reversed, which is deliberation, it's not judging or not making a decision, but no longer waiting. No longer waiting for monetary things, but still feeling confused. And I feel like he's having trouble performing as well, because this is about the Ace of Wands, so it's really saying it's reversed. So there's either a creative block or a sexual block. And it's confusing him. And to the Divine Masculines, for those of you who aren't aware, in the twin flame journey, the masculine, if he's still in a karmic relationship, can have trouble performing because of the twin energies. Okay? There may be blocks in that sense. the energy around the Divine Masculine, or the way he's seen, is the Empress. Okay. The clarifications for the Empress are the Page of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Right? So there is abundance around him. This is all positive, other than the separation and heartbreak. Everything else is very positive. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Actually, she's placed it on the floor. But I see it as abundance upright. It's like there's an offer. There is a passionate message here of heartbreak and true love and true connection from this Empress, who could be an older woman, could be a mother involved, or could be the mother of the children. It's like he's having a hard time expressing himself to the Empress. But it's very strong emotionally. We have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, both upright, next to the Three of Swords. So there's a separation between the Page of Wands, who would be younger than this Empress. But there's very strong feelings and connection here. And it's on top of the recommendation cards for the Divine Masculine, which are about healing family issues, which is forgiving your parents, and releasing your ex. Okay? So that says, healing family issues says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So go back again to your childhood issues, Thanksgiving. And then release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So even if you have already broken up, you haven't cleared your energy of this relationship yet, and this is what you need to work on. The hopes and fears for the Divine Masculine was the Hierophant. Okay, it's clarified by the Ten of Wands and the Four of Pentacles reversed. So it's about still carrying the burdens of this marriage, but needing to let all the stuff go. You know, the things, the practical things, and money. So it's that fear of still having, you know, losing all this money, but still having all the burdens involved with this relationship. So that could be a fear. The outcome for the Divine Masculine is the Eight of Swords. So it's about that, you know, prison of the mind. There's some positive cards here. Keep coming out of this. Okay? But he tends to be stuck in there since he's a very logical person. He's getting stuck in his mind because all these feelings are coming up. He can't just be logical. He has to express his feelings. So we have the clarification cards on this are the Temperance card reversed, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Wands reversed. So it's about impatience. It's like he has some happiness at home. There's a family completion here. So if there's a split, it's the end of this family cycle, although it could also just be him happy at home with his children or other family members. And it could represent Thanksgiving as well coming up. But there's an impatience and a sexual frustration or creative block here. Yeah. On the right side, in the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we again have the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and then this guy is the Three of Swords. No, I'm sorry, it's the Three of Chalices and the Three of Swords. Okay. So it's definitely three threes. You know, it's about a third party situation and a reunion with the third party. And the Divine Masculine expressing himself, that there's heartbreak involved here, and then reunion. And after the Eight of Swords being trapped in his head, what comes next is the Page of Cups, which is a message of love. It could also be a child, a water sign child, maybe a Pisces. I have more clarification cards for the Eight of Swords. I also clarified with the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands reversed, and the Justice card came up again. Okay. So it's like in court that that children are not expressing their true feelings in court. Maybe they're afraid. Also, maybe this offer in court doesn't get resolved because the Eight of Wands is reversed, or some kind of delayed communication. Maybe the court date was changed, and there's frustration with that. But there's, with the Page of Cups coming up, it could be two children involved, the water sign and the earth sign. So the water sign most likely expressing their feelings, maybe the younger child, but this older child maybe not telling the full truth in court because they're afraid to express their true feelings because maybe two parents are involved. And then on the right side of the being trapped in the mind or coming out of the mind issues, so the masculine side, is the Justice card in the middle of the Queen of Pentacles and Judgment. Guys, this is very strong and very superficial. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. You see, the masculine's grabbing at her foot, and she's just kicking him away, and she's looking at herself in the mirror because all she cares about is what she looks like and her status. And this is next to the Justice card, which is in court. So this is the karmic partner, pushing him away with this final judgment or deliberation. So you have Justice and Judgment next to each other. It's pretty powerful judgment. And it seems very final. It also can represent a Virgo and a Libra, or a Capricorn, or a Taurus. Okay? But if the Justice card, the Libra person looks a little stunned. Like, what just happened? While this earth sign, took them down. Alright, and then there's this final judgment. But the judgment, doesn't look severe. You have this, nice little angel at the top there with the horn. There's no big, God figure. It's an angel tooting a small horn. It's very delicate, and there's a flower. So in a nice way. The numerology cards that came up are what we discussed already. For the Divine Masculine, forgiveness of others and of self. This 96. It's blue with a purple Merkaba, so it's about the throat chakra and the third eye. So really speaking his truth and using his intuition. 96 is a 6. So it's all about love, family, and community. But 6, it's like motherly love on the inside, and then on the outside, a more expansive love, a worldly love of compassion, forgiveness. Then we have environment. Environment is 44. It's green and green, so it's all about the heart chakra. So it's 44. So 4 is about manifesting. It's about building and stability and structure. So it's learning to manifest. I'm going to see it as two hangmans, because the 4 about wisdom. It's an 8 ultimately, which is manifestation. But it's very structured manifestation. So it's like to make your environment greener, healthier, for ultimate manifestation, okay, and stability. So focus on a green environment. And then we have intuition. The divine masculine needs to work on his intuition, needs to try to meditate more, or at least, listen to music that makes him more meditative, or take walks out in nature. Hiking is great. It's orange, so it's all about the sacral energy, about being creative and sexual. It's 22. 2 is all about the feminine energy. It's about seeing both sides of a situation. It's about being more gentle with yourself and showing your gentle side, showing your feminine side. It's the 22, which means you see what you get. You show who you are, your real feelings on the outside. The same as what you have on the inside, the feminine side of you. And that's the divine masculine needs to know, that he needs to tap into his feminine side to use his intuition in a better way. It's all about sacral energy, which is all about creativity and sexuality and expressing that, being exactly who you are, not being afraid to be that. So you got the sacral, you got all the chakras here, a lot of them anyway. Sacral, heart, throat, and third eye, to work on all of those. Okay? So there's a lot going on for the divine masculine right now. So for the divine feminine, make sure that you give them the space to figure things out. Okay? I'll pull an oracle card for each, the divine masculine and divine feminine, organics. So this is the Ascension deck. So I'll pull first for the divine feminine. What is the advice for the divine feminine today? It's November 20th, 2017. And the divine feminine got Intergalactic Council. The bottom of the deck is Lord Cthulhu. If you want to see the bottom of the deck, it's 36. Lord Cthulhu, the affirmation is, I'm open to learning and teaching. So we brought that up too, that everyone's a teacher and learning. The card that the divine feminine received is the Intergalactic Council. It's number 2911, which is the 3 of Wands. 11, of course, is a very spiritual number. It's very visionary. It's the 9 of compassion on the inside through the feminine energy on the outside. A person who's very peaceful and gentle and seeing both sides of the situation. The Intergalactic Council of 12 Great Masters makes decisions for the highest good of this universe. The council includes Margot, Hilarion, Jesus, Ashtar, Cthulhu, El Moria, Paul the Venetian, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, Lady Nada, Serapis Bey, and Lord Maitreya. Saying or thinking their names raises your frequency. Recognize you are a multi-dimensional being. Connect with your deepest wisdom and focus on the well-being of the universe. Your guidance is to ask Universal Angel Butchialel to take you to the Intergalactic Council in meditation or sleep and offer to serve the universe. This will greatly expand your consciousness. The affirmation is, I visit the Intergalactic Council today. So whoever it is that you feel you're guided to connect with, make an effort to connect more so too. Alright, so the divine masculine, organic divine masculine twin flames, what is the advice? What is the advice for the divine masculine twin flames? What is the advice? It was just 53-53. If anybody's interested, the divine masculine at Pallas Athena. Okay, and that is number 48. The bottom of the deck is Saint Germain, in case you're interested. That's 34. He's all about alchemy and the magician and the violet flame. I believe in my ability to create miracles. Okay, it's Saint Germain. The card pulled is Pallas Athena. It's 48. 48 is a 3 of self-expression, but it's through stability and manifestation. So it's very structured, freedom of expression. And being responsible allows you to be free. Pallas Athena is known as the goddess of truth and wisdom. She is Lord of Karma for the 4th ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. And that's interesting because we're talking about fighting today. There's no point. And we're talking about court here too, right? Your guidance is to follow her example. See the higher perspective in all areas of conflict. Draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. But with true expression of your feelings. You have to express your truth. Not just your logical truth, your full truth. I use the sword of truth to lead the way. Okay? So it's expressing your truth and your feelings, your true feelings, without reacting and without, being overly passionate in order to, rile up the other party. So be peaceful. Try to work things out, which I'm sure the Divine Masculines are very good at, but it's a reminder that you're using your stability and your abilities to build and manifest to manifest a joyful result, a coming together. All right, now the past life deck. Okay, this past life deck. Clear. This is first for the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Got trees. Okay, beautiful picture of trees. And the sun shining through. The bottom of the deck is finances. Okay, so there is underlying energy involving finances for the Divine Feminine. Underneath that is spirituality and religion. So it's possible that spirituality and religion are interfering with the way that you use your finances, or the way you think about your finances. And then we have trees. So that's all about grounding yourself and getting out in nature. Okay, ground, ground, ground. It's so important for the Divine Feminine to ground themselves. And that grounding yourself may help with dealing with your finances in a better way. Hugging trees, sitting out in a tree, or just walking out in nature, making connection with the sun, trying to see the sun every day. Okay, and then for the Divine Masculine, we have Divine Masculine, organic Divine Masculine. What is the advice for the organic Divine Masculine? We got Asia. Okay, and I saw number 5 in there too. See that? It's not actually a number over here, right here, but it looks like a 5. I haven't seen that before. The bottom of the deck is farm, and then under that is orphan. Okay. So maybe you in Asia you lived on a farm. Maybe you're an orphan. But it's stressing farm life as the underlying energy, which again is very grounding, going back to a simpler life. This Asian card is emphasizing the solar plexus chakra. Alright, so maybe you were orphaned in this life, okay, because it gave you an issue with your confidence and how you express yourself to others. See, it's very strict and severe. And 5, maybe there's too much change in your life. So too much change. If you had too much change in another life that affected your confidence and you're orphaned, it could be very traumatic bringing it into another life. Because you can't trust. There's no stability. There's no reassurance that you're going to be okay. But maybe in that life you found that living a simple life on a farm brought you happiness. Okay? was very severe. But just a reminder for all of us, you know, that we're going back to a more simple way of living, you know, no stress, organics, you know, getting out for walks every day. That brings a lot of happiness into your life. Okay, now for the Journey of Love deck. This is for the Divine Feminine. Sure. Organic Divine Feminine, Twin Flame. For the feminines. Okay. Alright, this is for the Organic Divine Feminine Twin Flames. We've got Towering Magnificence. Okay, that is number 30. The bottom of the deck is Fire and Ice. Okay, and that's number 37 in case you're interested, which is the King of Cups. Alright, so Towering Magnificence is number 30. This is the Four of Wands, Towering Magnificence. And that's all about self-expression with God on the inside, or Source, or Prime Creator, with that energy, pure Source energy on the inside, and then self-expression on the outside of joy. It's like the happy-go-lucky, smiling person, the 3. Alright, Towering Magnificence. You are entering, this is for the Divine Feminine, you are entering the presence of the truly great and sublime divinity. It is without form, yet exists within all forms. It is humbling and yet asks nothing of you. It just is, and when we enter it, we're moved beyond words, beyond mind, and into realms of the heart that we may never have experienced before. It takes a brave soul to meet the towering majesty of divine presence. It can be a terrifying experience as limitations, preconceived notions, and identities crumble in the wake of its light. You're being brought to this place out of love because you're ready. Your soul has been craving connection to something so much larger than itself, to find something worthy to which it can devote itself entirely. This greatness is becoming available to you now to be witnessed to the extent that is helpful, so that you may find greater purpose of service which your heart craves. You are ready. This oracle brings you comfort that your inner path, your opening up to direct experience of the divine presence, is happening now according to divine timing and grace. This is also confirmation that you are connecting with your spiritual guidance more consciously now, and that any sense of self that appears to be falling away from you now is because your divinity has outgrown it and a new awareness is taking its place. And the poem reads, Mighty sentinels, connecting heaven and earth, wisdom of the ancients, waiting for those who listen in the quiet. Okay? So just to allow your guidance to come through and trust in what you're seeing and learning and receiving. And don't be afraid of anything, because fear is just a block to love. There's only love and fear. Can't be in both. They're mutually exclusive. So that's always a good rule of thumb to go by. And then for the Divine Masculine, what is the advice for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames, the Organic Divine Masculine Twin Flames? What is the Organic Divine Masculine Twin Flames advice for today, November 20th, 2017? Okay, we have the Void. Actually, it came up before, so it came up again. We've got 2 cards. The Void and Shakti. The Void is number 40, which is the Page of Cups. So that's the innocence of love, the love offer. And then Shakti is 19, which is the Sun. Beautiful. So I'm going to read you both. The bottom is the Blood Dance, in case you're interested, which is 42, which is the Two of Cups. Okay. Blood Dance. That's the bottom. All right, so we're going to we'll read the Void first. 40. All right, this is for the Divine Masculine, the Void. At the end of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there's a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time, a moment of feeling, or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you're here on this planet. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and the seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it's only days, that seem as though they are eternal in duration, as you wait to reconnect again. Yet if you can accept the entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, if you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment, excited, open, and curious always. Okay, so staying present. Don't look forward to create lack, don't look back to create fear of the pain that you've experienced already. This oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now it's most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. And when you cannot, just be. No guilt. Forgive yourself. Your time will soon come. If you're holding a question about relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be, according to spiritual wisdom and love. And the poem reads, a coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. So just allow everything. Allow the process. And then just come back to the void as just being present in perfect balance, okay? Don't allow yourself to go to extremes, because when you go to extreme happiness, you're going to fall to extreme sadness. And even if you do, you're going to fall to extreme sadness anyway, because you need to purge and let out, the old wounding that comes up. So just allow it all. It'll get quicker and quicker as you go through the process. Shakti is 19. Again, the sun is the 9 of selflessness and compassion, worldly service, and showing on the outside is leadership, as a 1 on the outside. 19. Okay. Shakti. Shakti is the divine feminine fire. She's the body awakened with light. She is the divine feminine, and she is the kundalini, the energetic force that moves through us, triggered by love, that leads to enlightenment of our body. With our kundalini coming alive within us, we cannot remain as we once were. It is impossible. We may try to lead the same lives, be the same in our relationship patterns, and perhaps even behave properly, but it simply cannot be done. Soon our disguise slips and people wonder, what happened to her? Or what's gotten into him? We're on fire with the divine, and we cannot help but misbehave. We are no longer satisfied with trying to be the good child, or fearing we are the bad child. We know ourselves instead, and Spirit's connecting with me very strongly, to be the divine child. The child divine lives fully and with passionate fire, not doing things the way they're supposed to be done perhaps, but living instead from the heart. Our body may ache as we burn through old pain, and sometimes the light within may seem so bright it blinds us for the moment. But that will pass, and the misbehaving will suddenly be seen for what it is. The old rules, and Spirit's connecting with me again, just don't fit anymore. We're breaking all the old templates. You don't plug a globe capable of illuminating the whole world into the bedside reading lamp without burning the house down. Best to light, and that's funny because the tower came up with the house thing. Best to let the light shine as it was meant to in the big arena. Shakti is making your light grow, beloved. Be prepared to shine brighter. This oracle brings you a message. You're going through energetic shifts in your subtle anatomy. Because your energy body and physical body have already begun to merge with each other, the energetic shifts will affect your physical body too. It is always wise to consult a healthcare practitioner, but at least some of your physical challenges at the moment, from aches and pains to tiredness, are due to this energetic awakening. Take responsible action as you feel necessary, such as tending to your physical well-being with healthcare that feels supportive. But also remember to rest, get some time in nature, and nurture your body as it is spiritually awakening into greater light. And the poem reads, I have watched you hurting and felt helpless to make life better for you. Loving you is having to make choices to let you be who you are, who you become, and all the who's yet to come. To love you is to ride the waves of your passionate embrace of life, ever mindful of the change in the wind and the occasional tempest brewing. Loving you is having to make choices, knowing it isn't my fault. I can still choose to take it personally, or just be while I listen and watch you unfold. Spirit's still connecting with me. Your heart is a beauty I will always love. It is the part of you that hasn't changed much over time. While I lie beside you and hear you breathe, when I touch your skin or caress your hair, you are timeless, and I choose loving you. So we'll leave it on that note. Very beautiful. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. Please comment below. And have an amazing week. Have a wonderful holiday at Thanksgiving. Use it to your advantage to share your light. Okay? You can do it. All right, everybody. I love you. Rise and be loved.